memory's sake. So we're going to go ahead and find a very comfortable seated position. If you need to prop yourself up on a pillow or a blanket, please do so. Just moving very mindfully, noticing how you feel today. Once you get there, go ahead and take a deep inhale, reaching your arms up overhead. And go ahead and drop that left hand slightly behind your back, bringing your right hand to your left knee. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, gently twist, looking over that left shoulder blade, or shoulder. Breathing deep into the belly here. These twists are wonderful for our inner organs as they give them a slight massage and help them hopefully go back to some normal functioning as it stretches and massages them. Wonderful. On your next inhale, go ahead and come back to center, bringing your arms up overhead. We're going to switch directions. So go ahead and bring that left hand to the right knee, bringing your right hand slightly behind your back. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale to twist. Remembering to breathe deep into the belly, looking over that right shoulder. Alright, on your next inhale, go ahead and come to center, reach your arms up, palms together. And on your exhale, go ahead and bring your hands down to heart center, connecting to your inner self and to this earth. Having gratitude for what you have. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to go ahead and come to tabletop position. So moving very comfortably and mindfully, noticing how your joints and your bones and your muscles, how they're feeling today. Alright, once you get there, correct alignment will be shoulders over elbows over wrist, all in a line here, and your hips over your knees. Have a slight bend in the elbow. You never want to hyperextend your elbows, so you always want to have a slight bend. Just keep that in mind in all of your joints. We're going to do a couple of cat-cows, so go ahead and inhale, drop your belly, look up with your chin, lengthen, create space. And exhale, go ahead and tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, push up through the back. Inhale, drop your belly, lengthen through the body. And exhale, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin. One more inhale. And exhale. Wonderful. Come back to a neutral spine. We're going to take an inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and bend to one side. Look towards that back hip. Lengthening through the side body. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look towards the opposite hip. And inhale to center. Wonderful. We're going to do a beautiful release for the lower back, which is just a child's pose, which is my favorite position. Go ahead and separate your knees, bringing your big toes together. If you need a pillow or a blanket propped up on your feet here, please do so. That'll help take some of the tension off of your quads. Go ahead and sit your hips back. Reach your fingertips forward. Be active through them here, pulling, so you can feel the traction on the spine, and it's pulling it, giving it a little bit of release. When you feel comfortable, go ahead and set your forehead down and breathe deep. Feel the expansion in the lungs. Good. On your next inhale, go ahead and come back up to tabletop position. We're going to go ahead and push up into a downward dog here. So go ahead and tuck your toes under. We're going to go ahead and hover up off those knees, bringing your hips up, having a slight bend in those knees, a slight bend in those elbows as well, bringing that sternum to those thighs, and pushing your heels down towards the mat. Now if it feels good to walk it out here, go ahead and bend one knee, straighten the other, and switch. And continue to switch if that feels good for you. Stay slightly clenched through your hands. Take some of the weight off of your wrists. Wonderful. Go ahead and find stillness here, pushing those heels towards your mat. Good, we're going to come into a lower lunge here, so go ahead and step forward with whichever leg you want. Just remember which one you stepped forward with. And we're going to go ahead and, when you feel stable, go ahead and bring your torso up. If this doesn't feel very good on the back knee, go ahead and double over your mat, creating some more cushion. So you're going to go ahead and come up. You want that front knee over your front ankle. You're going to go ahead and pull back that front hip, push forward with the back hip. Go ahead and place your hands on your hips here to feel how that movement alone squares off your hips, because that's the correct positioning that you want. Help your joints. And you want to be feeling the stretch in the front of the back legs hip flexor. So all right here. You have your psoas muscle there, which actually comes from your lower spine and comes through in front of your pelvis and attaches to your inner femur. So that if that is tight, it can really create some lower back discomfort, and it's tight on a lot of people. So this is a good way to stretch out that muscle. Just breathe into your hips. Go ahead and stare at a point. Help keep you balanced. Remembering to pull back with the front hip, push forward with the back hip. Wonderful. Going to go ahead and drop your hands next to that front foot. We're going to go ahead and tuck the back toes under and come off of that knee. We're going to swing this front leg back to meet that back leg in a plank position. And a slight bend in the elbows. Here we're going to do a chaturanga, either from your knees and dropping down to your chest, or if you want to come up from plank, moving very slowly and be stable here, strong through the core. And you're going to drop with your elbows brushing past your side down to your belly. Once you're there, we're going to go into either a Sphinx pose, which is just pushing up, squeezing up through your lower back and pushing very gently with your hands, pulling your shoulder blades away from your ears, trying to release those glutes. Keep this in the back. And if it's in your practice, go ahead and come up to an upward dog. Just pushing through the tops of those feet, coming off of the knees. Slight bend in those elbows. And lengthen through your spine. Wonderful. Go ahead and come to a downward dog now, whether it comes from your knees and tucking your toes and pushing up, or if you're in an upward dog, just trying to curl over those back toes and push into your downward dog. And your feet slightly apart, pushing the sternum towards the thighs. Walk it out a little bit. Good, now we're going to switch sides, so go ahead and bring the opposite leg forward, dropping that back knee, doubling over the mat if you want. Once you feel stable and squeeze everything in the midline, go ahead and bring your torso up. You're going to want that knee on top of that ankle. push back or push forward with the back hip, pull back with the front hip. Place the hands on the hips if that helps, create a visual. Go to where you feel that good stretch in the front of this hip flexor. And breathe into it. Try to notice where you might be holding and try to let go. Even if that's up in your face, just try to relax. Wonderful. Go ahead and place your hands next to that front foot. Tuck the back toes. We're going to go ahead and bring that front leg back to meet in a plank once more. Chaturanga, so either from the knees or the toes. Dropping down very gently. Inhale, cobra, or an upward dog, slight bend in the elbows. And exhale into a downward facing dog. Good. Go ahead and drop your knees down to a tabletop position. We're going to go into child's pose one more time. Bringing the knees apart, big toes together. Dropping your hips back, walking forward with your fingertips. Breathing deep. Beautiful. Go ahead and come up. Go ahead and cross the ankles here and gently guide your body over them so that you come lengthwise to a seated position on your mat. Wonderful. All right, we're going to go ahead and curl our body down one vertebrae at a time until we come down. We're going to go ahead and go into a pigeon posture here. So you're going to go ahead and cross one knee over the other and bring that leg up. Reach through the hole, grab behind that thigh, and you're just going to pull in, pushing out this knee with the same elbow. And this is going to get deep into that piriformis muscle, which also can be very tight, creating some lower back pain and some glute pain. So this is a very good stretch, especially if you're suffering from sciatic pain, as it'll release the piriformis in order to stop pulling down onto that sciatic nerve, creating the numbness and the tingling and the pain that is associated with sciatic pain. Wonderful. Go ahead and switch legs, crossing the opposite one over, reaching through, coming through. Remembering to breathe. Beautiful. And if you want to continue staying there, please do so. I just, for time's sake, need to wrap it up here. So we're going to just go ahead and either lay in corpse pose or shavasana. And I strongly encourage you to lay there, feel your body, feel how it feels after being stretched out and released. I'm just going to go ahead and roll over to one side, push up to a seated position. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. If you really liked this video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe. I would appreciate all the support, as I really want to continue making these videos, especially during this time where I can't really go teach yoga in a studio. So thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.